Hello and welcome to the program from the State Assemblies. This is where we review legislative activities across State Houses of Assembly. On this episode, Boosting Development, Kaduna State House of Assembly approves 123 billion naira budget for 2025. Kano Assembly deliberates on Infotech Development Agency Bill. Plus, Advancing Education, Akwa Ibom Assembly holds public hearing on University of Education Bill. Details of this and more stories will be coming your way shortly. I am your host, Amina Saidu. Thank you for staying with us. In the week under review, the Kaduna State House of Assembly has approved a budget size of more than 123 billion naira for the 23 local government areas of the state for the 2025 fiscal year. This follows the adoption of a report by the Chairman House Committee on Appropriation and Implementation, Shehu Yunusa Pambigwa. Hawanura Inwa reports that the sum covers both capital and recurrent expenditures, with 60% allocated to capital projects and 40% to recurrent expenditure.
The Speaker, Yusuf Dahir Liman, who presided over the proceedings, wasted no time inviting the Chairman of the House Committee on Appropriation and Implementation to present his committee's report before the lawmakers. Presenting the bill, Chairman House Committee on Appropriation and Implementation, Yunusa Shehu Pampigwa, explained that the initial budget totaled over 115 billion naira. However, during the budget defense process, several local government chairmen requested supplemental funding for personnel and overhead costs. Following the budget defense presentations and a review of budget performance, the committee identified the need for adjustments in several local government budgets. These adjustments, documented in writing by the affected councils, were harmonized with relevant agencies, resulting in a revised budget of over 123 billion naira, before passing its third reading, awaiting executive assent to become a law.
When the governor assent the bill, they should sit tight and follow their budget strictly, because there is no as usual. This committee, with the help of this honorable house, will go around the 20 local government to see what we approve for them is what they are implementing in their various local governments. So we are going to go for oversight. So they should make sure that they follow it to the letter.
He urged the local government chairman to utilize the funds judiciously, promoting inclusive governance for the benefit of all Kaduna State residents.
Meanwhile, Kano State House of Assembly has begun deliberations on the Kano State Information and Technology Development Agency Bill. This is with a view to leveraging the powers of digital transformation in piloting the affairs of the state. Samira Hamis Sushura reports.
When established, will improve transparency, accountability, and information management in governance. It is expected to be headed by a Director General, with representation from key team players from relevant sectors. Meanwhile, the Kano State Social Protection Bill was passed after consideration at the Committee of the Whole, and assented it would focus on emancipating the plight of senior citizens, vulnerable, and children.
Justice Department and agency are non-state actors in the state, and for the matter connected thereto is thereby passed.
Social Protection Bill is meant to assist or to come to the aid of the most vulnerable peoples, the less privileged, the aged, old people, to assist people in the areas of education, health, creation of job opportunities, employment.
In another development, the House has adopted a report of the Joint Committee on Housing and Land on Kano State Infrastructure Management Agency Bill 2025.
And in Akwa Ibom, Speaker, State House of Assembly Udeme Otun has reaffirmed the Assembly's commitment towards strengthening the education sector of the state through progressive legislation. This was while declaring open a public hearing by the House Committee on Education held at the Assembly Complex, Uyo. Nsikak Okun reports.
The Speaker, Udemotong, represented by the Deputy House Leader and member representing Surubium State Constituency, Otobong Bob, says the public hearing on a bill seeking to establish the Akwa Ibom State University of Education, Afaransit in Surubium local government area, will enhance learning and produce competent teachers capable of competing nationally and internationally.
The objectives of this bill further illustrate thus: to form an apex educational system in the states for molding and training teachers who can compete nationally and internationally, both qualitatively and quantitatively, in the development of the education sector. The bill is also to encourage the advancement of learning and hold out to all persons with distinctions of race, without distinction of race, creed, sex, or political conviction.
Chairman House Committee on Education and member representing Oron Udunoko State Constituency, Kenem Onofio, emphasized that the committee is determined to pass a well-structured law that will ensure the university becomes a model of excellence.
The Akwa Ibom State College of Education, established in 1991, to replace the Teachers Training College, which earlier existed for the training of grade 2 teachers, now deserves to be upgraded to a university in order to be able to provide the human resources that can favorably compete in the modern day labor market.
The new Commissioner for Education, Professor Obong Essien, Provost College of Education, Professor Daniel Udo, and others lauded the initiative for the establishment of University of Education.
And given that event and history is the progression of man towards a state of universal freedom, that is the philosophy of Hegel, our understanding is that there will be a progression of this to a point that we are able to take care of issues bordering on illiteracy and the aspect of education as incorporated in the Arise agenda of His Excellency Pastor Umar Basiano. The E component in that Arise agenda,
conversion to university, will particularly offer more opportunities to Akwa Ibom children who are eagerly looking for admission into university. Some of them have to travel to other states in search of admission. With all the attendant risk, the proposed university can easily solve these problems.
The Nigerian Labour Congress, under my leadership, is 100% in support of this transition that we're about to take place, and also to ensure that what all the nitty-gritty things relating to the bill will be adhered to for the benefit of all Akwa Ibom people and refundment of the teeming youth that is coming our way.
The bill, when passed into law, will set the foundation for a specialized institution focused on producing well-trained educators to meet the growing demand of the education system.
Still, in Akwa Ibom, the State House of Assembly has passed a resolution mandating the Ministry of Education to incorporate practical, vocational and entrepreneurial education into secondary school curricula in the state. State Assembly correspondent Nzika Koko reports that the resolution is sequel to a motion by the member representing Nsitibom State Constituency, Eric Akpan, on the need for the implementation of practical, vocational and entrepreneurial education in secondary schools.
The resolution also urged Ministry of Education to put in place a monitoring and evaluation framework through the House Committee on Education to ensure effective implementation, tracking and impact of the program. The House also resolves to hold stakeholders accountable for the successful outcome, emphasizing that the program should start from Junior Secondary School 1 to Senior Secondary School 3. Member representing Sribom State Constituency, Eric Akpan, in his motion, notes that the practical, vocational and entrepreneurial education in secondary schools will equip students with marketable skills that will enable them to either start up their businesses or contribute effectively to existing businesses upon graduation.
Partnership with industry experts and businesses to ensure qualified professionals in school as part of the structure timetable, offering hands-on training to students
Some lawmakers spoke glowingly in support of the motion.
A lot of our children who drop out from secondary school, but not technical school, not because they want to drop out, but because they do not have the means to further. If they had learned this vocation in the secondary school, they would have had what to at least hold on to and practice. This is the spirit of this motion. I went to Calabar to work in nutrition. They used to do those things. Good at nutrition, die, all those mentioned. I don't know what's happening today. I'm happy that the Canada Nutrition Center are taking care of this now in this present government.
Even from JSL, for some of the locations you mentioned here and skills you mentioned here, it will go a long way in shaping our young ones, whether they are young in university or not, where you equip them with life skills to be able to survive, independent of government, independent of other people to school or not.
I think this motion is trying to help us to reshape our educational system by introducing these vocational skills as a curriculum in a secondary school.
The Speaker of Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Udemoton, while commending member for Nsiribum State Constituency, Eric Akman, for the motion, says that skills development will greatly enhance the state when the resolution is implemented.
You're watching the program from the State Assemblies, a program that reviews legislative activities in the State House of Assembly across the nation. We now take a break. When we return, Lafia Assembly moves for equitable distribution of resources as Kogi State Assembly settles Basa Komu Ibura dispute. Stay with us.
Are you looking for a short channel to make your business, goods and services go viral? Look no further, as NTA Parliament is your short channel. Take advantage of our wider reach and advertise your products and services on NTA Parliament DSTV channel 370, GoTV channel 126, StarTimes channel 306, and Free TV channel 706. For more inquiries, contact the Marketing Department, NTA Parliament, NTA Headquarters Area 11 Garki Abuja, or call these numbers 080-383-40464 or 080-770-78055. NTA Parliament, strengthening Nigeria's democracy.
on the 7-year-old dispute between Basa Kumo and Ibira over the ownership of fish ponds, which led to killings and the destruction of properties in Basa local government area of Kogi State, has been put behind, and a new friendship has begun. This followed a meeting of leaders of the two ethnic groups in the conflict with the Kogi State House of Assembly Standing Committee on Security, experts in conflict resolution and security agencies in the state. Jacob Sani was on the entourage of the committee's visit to affected communities.
The disputed fish ponds led to the displacement of the inhabitants of Ibiroko, Ogba, and other communities in Basa local government area of Kogi State for years now. The contending issue is who is the first settler in that part of Kogi State. The crisis lingered for years in the local government area.
The place was being ravaged and we have been displaced. Up to now, I think I'm the only person in this community right now.
Trekking from Basa to Lokoja by foot, it's a bitter experience.
Worried by this development, member representing the state constituency, Sunday Dapu, reported the matter to the House during plenary.
About 2 months back, the man went to his farm and met his family there by our own young men. As if that was not enough, on Wednesday, 28th of October 2024, the residents of Nigeria now and others above wake up with shocking and sad news when 3 illustrious sons of the land met their family there by yellow 5 men.
Local security outfit there. We have to get more information that will assist the unraveling and final solution to this issue of internal crisis in Basa. Say hi. Again, say yes.
The House Standing Committee on Security was mandated to look into the matter. These are members of the Committee on Security and representatives of security agencies in the state on a peace mission to Basa local government area. They believe that prolonged years of unrest in the area will definitely slow down development.
I am hopeful. I am hopeful in the sense that God has given us a new leader in Kogi State today. I'm speaking of Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo. He's coming as a governor at this time. It's a dawning of a new day for us in Kogi State. Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo is a man of peace. And he wants peace in every area of Kogi State. The only thing we can do for him, he's a governor that has started so well with welfare of Kogites, with development of Kogi State. The only thing we can pay him back with is to live in peace among one another.
To the aggrieved ethnicities, the visit signifies the end of misunderstanding between them.
Only myself with my community were happy if they can retain it to be reality.
Whatever had beginning surely must have an end. We, the wearing community, the leaders, the way we embrace ourselves today, which we have never done before, I think this is just the end.
At the end of the meeting, it is expected that relevant authorities will provide adequate security to guarantee the return of displaced persons in the affected communities.
In an effort to boost irrigation farming and provide sustainable measures for the scheme, Kano State House of Assembly has begun deliberations on the Kano State Water Users Association Bill 2025, which will allow proper management of water dams across the state. Samira Hamisu reports on this and other engagements by lawmakers.
The Kano State Water Users Association Bill 2025 aims to address the problem of water supply for irrigation farmers, to have a survey of irrigation farmers accessing each dam, have access to interventions from donor agencies. In another development, the Kano State Censorship Amendment Bill 2025 has also been passed during this Monday's plenary.
No event center will exist, will operate without the registration from the Kano State Censorship Board. They must ensure ensure strict discipline and Islamic compliance during the conferences. One, and they are now in full control of films, censoring, series, and serials. You see, some of the series can just go on air without being censored.
Meanwhile, Representative Ibrahim Muhammad from Rano constituency moved a motion of urgent public importance on the demolition of Rano market, allegedly by the directives of the local government council. Ad hoc committee has been inaugurated to interface with stakeholders and report their findings to the House. The House will reconvene on Tuesday, the 4th of February 2025.
We now take you to Lafia, where a bill seeking equitable distribution of resources tagged Nasarawa State Character Commission, a privately sponsored bill, has killed second reading at the Nasarawa State House of Assembly. Adams Abdul Qadir reports that the Assembly also adopted the report of its joint committees on a bill that seeks to provide free hygiene products for girls in public schools by the state government.
The bill is aimed to regulate and ensure equity and fairness in the distribution of the state resources. A private sponsored bill by a lawmaker representing Away North, Hudu Alaji Hudu, after thorough deliberation, eventually scaled the second reading.
To ensure that this bill, if finally put in place, it will give an opportunity to every local government in the state to have equal, if not equal, but fairly positions in the scheme of affairs of the state government. And also the state cake that is being shared will be fairly distributed to the people.
Similarly, the House adopted observations and recommendations of the Joint Committees on Education, Science and Technology, Health and Human Affairs. The bill is aimed at providing and encouraging girls' child school enrollment by providing free menstrual hygiene products. Major among the recommendations is budgetary provision in 2025 for the program.
We deliberated on recommendations of this committee. They had about 10 items and we have all agreed on their recommendation of the 10 items. If I have reported exactly what transpired, the committee of the whole say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you.
Meanwhile, Chairman Outstanding Committee on Environment laid down a report on a bill to regulate and control issuance of land consent to mining entity before the House. The Nasarawa State Water Supply and Sanitation Law 2023 Amendment Bill also passed for assent after going through the necessary adjustment.
A bill for a law to amend Nasarawa State Water Supply and Sanitation Law 2023 and for other matters connected thereto, third reading and pass. Thank you. Please prepare a clean copy of this bill for my perusal and necessary action for onward to His Excellency the Governor of Nasarawa State for his assent.
In the same vein, 3 separate private-sponsored bills also scaled the first reading.
This is where we call it a day on this week's episode of the program from the State Assemblies. Remember, you can still watch this episode, news and other programs on our social media handles showing on your screen. Thank you for watching. I remain your host, Amina Saidu.